Hi guys and welcome back to Crypto Chester. My name is Chester and today I'm going to be walking you through a little Bitcoin update coming through here. We're going to do Bitcoin here on the short term, the mid term, and also the long term. Hope you're having a fantastic day so far. Bitcoin has obviously gone crazy. We have seen that, and we were looking for some sort of entry starting off here on the short term time frame. We're looking for this falling wedge, right? There was a falling wedge coming through, and there was a lovely level of support on the lower side of this falling wedge. As you can see here, we did have a bullish divergence coming through as well. We are going to get into that very shortly. And also, you can see the resistance on the top side as well. Unfortunately, we didn't actually get into this entry because I was waiting for a candle body close around this sort of area, around 39,400. I was hoping for candle body close above that, and then I was going to go for like the last 0.6% or something along the lines of that, just because it was slightly choppy getting in on this break. As you can see, there's a lot of consolidation in terms of price action before that, so it was going to be a bit wicky, it wasn't going to be a smooth run up, right? That's what I'm trying to say. That wasn't really going to be a smooth run up, so we were waiting for a nice congruent candle body close there with our take profits a bit further up, right? Unfortunately, didn't get that, so we missed that trade, unfortunately. But now I'm here to give you an update on basically what can we be looking for now. Obviously, this wedge is now basically gone, right? Obviously, we're gonna keep that the level of support on the lower side there, get rid of the measure moves, get rid of the horizontals, and get rid of the percentages there. And we're going to be drawing in a new fresh chart pattern because, as you can see here, we have actually had pretty strong resistance from this point, and that is basically around 39k, 40k here for the short term for you scalpers out there, guys. This is what we are going to be looking for in terms of a nice trend line coming down. And then obviously you can see where we've actually seen a nice level of support being formed here. This is happening before. This has happened before, guys, and this is basically forming a descending triangle. This is a bearish chart pattern, guys, and it does tend to usually mean a bit more continuation to the downside. With that being said, we could also be looking at a falling wedge chart pattern as well, still being on the cards. So if we do get a break to the downside out of this descending triangle, then it's likely that we are looking for a position to the downside from there. And in terms of a measure move, guys, we're going to be looking for something along the lines of this, right? Something along the lines of this, out of this descending triangle, and it's going to basically be bringing us down to another short position that we've got on the more macro scale for this descending triangle, right? Which we spoke about in yesterday's video. So yeah, it's definitely a few things to be looking out for there. If we are going to be going for that short position coming through there, we're not just going to be blindly going for this percentage. We're not going to be blindly going for 8%, right? We're going to be staggering our take profits as we go, just to make sure that we're catching every little wave, and just in case we get reversed on, right? Because if we get reversed on this scenario, then then we don't want to be giving those profits back, right? We don't want to be doing that. We're here to make money. We're here to make cold hard cash, as we say here. So yeah, we want to be staggering those take profits. Zooming in a bit more, jumping to the RSI to see what we've got going on here, because there's a couple of other scenarios coming through as well, because we do have that bullish divergence, which is obviously we have seen quite a big spike up in the price today, right? We do have a bullish divergence coming through like so. We have actually seen a bit of a spike up in the price today. It happened very, very fast. I think a lot of the markets really started shaking. We saw gold go, we saw Wall Street go. It's been a bit of a crazy time with the whole world situation that's going on right now, right? So there's a couple of things to be looking out for there. With the RSI, giving us that bullish divergence, giving us that confirmation, and us finding this resistance here. As I was just saying, we do have a falling wedge chart pattern now. Falling wedges, they tend to usually break to the upside, guys. So there is going to be a scenario in terms of a long position to the upside for us to be looking out for. This is going to be the measure move like so. And in terms of percentages, it's actually very achievable for a lovely cheeky scalp here. We're going to be looking for around a 4.69, a little bit less than that, but an amazing number nonetheless. 4.55% in terms of a nice gain to the upside there. In terms of take profits or actual entry points, this right here, what we are seeing, you can see the key resistance that we have found here, right? What I'm waiting for now, if we suddenly break up to the upside, I'm not going to be getting in here. The gap's too small to have a first take profit set there, right? So what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be waiting until we get a nice candle body close above that, and then I'll be long in that basically. I'll be long in that wave up, right? But if that doesn't happen, and we actually see a bit of consolidation after this pretty rough price action that we have seen today over the last few hours or so, if we do just see consolidation, we do see a break along this sort of area around later on this evening, then there is enough room for a lovely take profit on the top side here, and then we can have that as our first take profit, and then our second take profit around this sort of area there. Let me get that drawn in for you there. But yeah, you can see what I'm sort of saying here. I'm really going to be waiting to see where we actually break and whether it's going to be worth our time getting in early or just being patient and actually waiting there. So yeah, that's going to be another take profit of ours, because you can see the consolidation, the consolidatory areas on this zone. You can see the support that we have found in this area as well. So yeah, that's going to be another take profit. Let's see if we can bang another one in there. probably going to be looking at something along the lines of this, right? Something along the lines of that, catching all those wicks there. You can see the support being formed there on that massive candle as well. You can also see a nice test on this candle as well. So yeah, that's going to be another take profit to be looking out for there. And finally to end that trade, it is going to be the completion of the measure move there. Very nice stuff indeed, acting as support there, as we can see. So yeah, that's what I'm sort of looking for here on the shorter term time frame. Let's throw some moving averages into the mix here. If we are going to clear this falling wedge to the upside, right, and break to the upside, we're going to be above all major moving averages, guys, and obviously that's going to be very, very good indeed. It's going to be basically forming a very nice uptrend indeed. If we're above all major moving averages, we're likely to be trending up, guys. So that's very nice to see. Obviously, that's another confluence that I'm going to be using there to basically be getting in there. Because we are losing all major moving averages now, if we start to come down and these moving averages start to get further apart, the further apart that these bad boys are, the stronger the trend to the downside is. We're going to get to the DMI on the midterm time frame fairly shortly, because there's some interesting stuff happening there, and so we will get to that, and that basically shows the strength of the trend and stuff like that, so you can get ready for that. And guys, if you're liking the video, smash that thumbs up, does help me out tremendously. We did have another divergence, a bullish divergence coming through on the MACD as well. Very interesting stuff. Another really key area to be looking out for there, which actually banged it before I did the video. Very annoying. We banged it up, and I plotted this horizontal in, basically saying, look, this is going to be a resistance point to be looking out for there. So yeah, we're still on that area. So we could basically find resistance to the downside from there. If we don't, watch this area, because if we break this area to the upside and have the continuation of the momentum to the upside, then we could be looking at around a bigger trend to the upside, and that could basically correlate very well with our lovely long position coming out of this falling wedge, right? Yeah, coming out of this falling wedge to the upside. So that's what I would say about the short-term time frame, guys. I was also going to say we did have volume trending down as well, but unfortunately we did actually see a massive spike up like that. And another thing to just touch on for you beginners out there, when we do see volume trending like that, as you can see, nice little trend on volume there, we're likely to see a breakout scenario coming through, right? So that's definitely something to be looking out for there on your charts. Moving on to the midterm time frame here for Bitcoin, you can see that we are still in this descending triangle coming through here. We did touch the top side here around 42,600. We did come up quite aggressively earlier today, but we have seen a pretty imminent correction coming through there. In terms of Fibonacci retracements, guys, you can see we are actually in a downtrend in terms of the Fibonacci. I was watching this with beady eyes looking here, because you can see when we get to the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement, that 50% mark, that is when we have the trend reversal, right? If we were going to get above this, and we were going to get a nice candle body close above all major moving averages, and also the 200 EMA there, then I would have expected another uptrend to be forming, and this would have been like a really strong higher low confirmation, right? Really strong higher low confirmation. So that's definitely something I was looking out for there. In terms of what we are now, in terms of Fibonacci retracement, we've got the 0.236 coming through there. You can see we're actually resting on that level of support. So it's going to be very interesting to see how we react here, whether we break it, and depending on where this next 4-hour candle body close is going to close in the next 2 hours and 11 minutes, right? If we close below it, we're probably likely to see a bit more downwards momentum to the upside, because that's usually what happens when we do see a downtrend. We come up, we test major levels of resistance there, and then we see continuation to the next low, to the most recent low, right? And that's obviously going to be around 38,200. So please be aware, if we are going to be losing these areas here, these Fibonacci retracements here, then the likelihood that we're probably going to have continuation to the downside. We're below all major moving averages coming through as well here on the midterm time frame here for Bitcoin. That's obviously another bearish sign, guys. In terms of a massive trade to be looking out for there, it is a descending triangle, guys. If we do smash down below this massive level of support coming through here, as you can see, and that in terms of a price, it's going to be around 37,200. If we are to lose this, I'm going to be entering a short position, guys. I'm going to be shorting this bad boy all the way down to this very crucial trend line that we've got coming through here. As you can see, the level of support is pretty strong on this area, right? So that's definitely going to be a take profit point to be looking out for there. In terms of a measure move to the downside, it's going to be very aggressive. I'm not really sure I want to draw it in as of yet, just because we are going to be going on the most greedy measure move, guys, and that's not how I do my trading. I like to go on the most recent downtrend, the most recent trend that we have seen in that chart pattern. So it would be something along the lines of that, on the basis that we do crash down from here and have that sort of motion to the downside. Couldn't speak then. But yeah, this is basically what I would be looking for there in terms of a measure move. In terms of percentages for that, to our first take profit is going to be around a 5.62. Probably would bang another take profit in around there, actually. You can see the bounce point. So let's get that drawn in very quickly. First take profit for that trade would be around that sort of area, around 36,281. But yeah, from there, I would be definitely taking profit at this level of support, as we were just saying there. That's pretty much the midterm summed up. I do want to jump to the RSI ever so quickly because we are pretty much central, guys. We can go either way on the midterm time frame there. DMI, very interesting stuff here, guys. We were talking about the crossovers and the positive crossing over, the negative crossing over with the positive here, having that bearish crossover, then the bullish crossover, then the bearish crossover, and then we had the bullish crossover most recently, right? You can see it's very choppy in terms of these crossovers. They're not very, very congruent in terms of, like, for example, we've had this crossover here. If you look up here into the price, we've actually got a very, very big spike up in... Very big spike up in the price there from that bullish crossover, right? Very, very good stuff, very reliable, because the ADX is clearly above very, very key areas here, and that's 20 and 25. So there's definitely areas to be looking out for there, but you can see the ADX is just coming down and down and down and getting lower and lower and lower. So the lower this goes, the less strong the trend is going to be, guys. That's what I'm trying to say there. So just please be aware. Look at the DMI. The ADX is coming down. The lower it is, the worse the trend is going to be, right? Excuse me, the worse the trend is going to be. So let's move on to the midterm, the longer term time frame here for BTC. As you can see, we do have a rising wedge, guys. Rising wedge. You can see the support on the lower side here. Very, very strong stuff indeed. You can see the resistance on the top side here. Very strong indeed as well. Now, crucial, because there is going to be potentially another short position coming down like so. So it is lining up for a short position if we do see a bit of a crash coming through for Bitcoin. Because if we lose very, very crucial levels of support, then yeah, the short position is going to basically be pretty much confirmed across multiple time frames here, and we're going to be looking at making a lot of money, guys. I'm talking serious cash coming through there. Nothing I say is financial advice. Please go do your own research before entering any position I do say on this channel. But yeah, that's what I would say here about the longer term time frame. There is a very nice 16% gain. Obviously, staggering you take profits going down. We're not going to be blindly going for 16% there, because we're likely to get reversed on, right? Think like a whale, you're never going to fail. VPVR, volume profile visible range here. That's obviously a very dominant area here. You can see here, like, pretty much very, very strong indeed, very high volume at that point. If we lose 37,500 in terms of the level of support, that's going to be another level of confirmation for that short position. So please watch out for that, guys. And in terms of what we have seen today, massive pumps up to 40. Massive pumps up to 40k there, around that sort of area, but you can see we really hit a very crucial volume VPVR area there as well, and obviously massive resistance off the 50 SMA as well. So yeah, just keep your eyes peeled. There could be a lovely short on the table, currently sat on the 0.236 Fibonacci retracement as well. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see where the daily does close there. But yeah, that's gonna be it from me for a BTC update, guys. Good luck with your trades today. Good luck with what you're looking out for there. I'm looking out for a nice little long on the short-term time frame, or potentially a lovely short in terms of a massive swing position coming through there. But yeah, for now, thank you ever so much for watching. But for now, it's peace out and goodbye from me, Crypto Chester.